Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of the Blerdlines podcast. This is part 3 of the Avengers Infinity War talk, or in this case, more so Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And um, I'm joined again with the Wakandan princess. Hello, princess.
Hi.
I think everybody knows who you are by now. Do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about who you are?
What?
You want to tell our listeners a little bit about who you are?
See, who am I? It's a version of all things Marvel, all things MCU, including everything Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, Agent Carter. And I am his girlfriend.
Yes, this is the Bay, everyone. This is the Bay that Frankie K was teasing me about. Yes.
Yeah. The smart one out of the two.
Right. Right. Yes, if y'all gathered by what was said 2 episodes ago about when I went to go visit and we saw an Infinity War together in person. Yes. Anywho. Well, if you missed that, go back 2 episodes and you'll hear that in-person conversation, like our mini-sode about Infinity War. Anyway, today we are talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and how it ties into Infinity War, or spoiler alert. Okay, that's no spoiler alert. Or the lack thereof of tie-ins other than random mentions of what happened in New York. But I want to turn things to you, Wakandan Princess. Your perspective on stuff.
Okay, so for the lack of trying, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. glimpse at, there's something going on in New York, and next thing we know, they flew to Chicago, which by now you've already seen the post-credit scene of Infinity War. You know, Nick Fury and Maria were in Chicago, same exact location, except we don't know if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was pre-snap, post-snap, or another timeline.
True. Because a few episodes prior, the Alien Confederacy mentioned that Thanos was there.
Yes.
And that's about as far as we got.
Yeah, and that's where the makeshift creator of a hero who shows up on S.H.I.E.L.D. They took the elements of multiple characters and made one giant spoiler that we've known for like 4 or 5 seasons now is going to happen.
We knew that Graviton was coming?
Yeah.
Because we saw Gravitonium in season 1, and that was kind of like it.
Yeah, and they hinted between it. The major spoiler in this is that in the whole MCU, we have everybody, but somehow, in some way, some shape, or form, in the tiny little world of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Hydra is yet still alive and kicking and everything else. Not a hint anywhere else in the MCU, just this one show. I don't even think Hydra's mentioned in the Netflix MCU shows. So I'm like, why is Hydra still a big deal?
I know in Ant-Man, Hydra was there.
Yes, because
They were trying to buy some of like the incomplete serum.
yeah, but that one MCU movie sent Winter Soldier.
That's true. I mean, because after Winter Soldier, you had the mention in Ant-Man, and then Age of Ultron was like, we're taking down the last Hydra base, and that's the end of Hydra.
And then, Ant-Man came out after Ultron.
Oh, that's right. It did. It did.
And then that's when we saw that small mention. And then next thing we know, we have some war.
Right.
And then, even then, Hydra was mentioned as the element of the past. And that Bucky was brainwashed. But about it.
Yeah, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with like 2 seasons ago, they brought him back to World Security Council and realized Hydra was sitting on the head of the council.
Yeah.
With the same actor. Was that Powers Booth, I think? I think that was him.
Yes. I'm feeling like the Hydra element of the MCU needs to take a walk and jump off a cliff and die.
Because it may not be working that well for the on-screen presence.
Yeah, I feel like it's dead and gone, especially if Bucky's about to be. It's a possible spoiler, guys. Captain America for the next 20 movies. Maybe you might need to go ahead and let Hydra die. Unless they're going to go with the comic book theory that Captain America is actually a Hydra spy. But I don't see that happening because we're going cosmic next. So.
Yeah, I think we can leave the Earth-based stories alone for now.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Earth-based stories, but I think we can leave a lot of the, Hydra, Zodiac, and all those other things. I think we can kind of leave them behind. Although Zodiac wouldn't be bad to see. Although I feel like wasn't it mentioned in Iron Man 3, if I'm not mistaken? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually see it.
Yeah. It's just like the villains that we have in the MCU. The best villains may or may not be dead at this point. You don't know.
That is true.
Because, possible spoiler alert, Michael B. Jordan is losing his contract for Black Panther 2. I almost say, told you so, told you so, told you so.
You said Killmonger was not dead, and we didn't see him kill over. We saw him like lay down when the knife was pulled out of his leg, but that doesn't mean he died.
It was in his chest.
It was in his chest. I forgot.
At the same time, T'Challa was stabbed in the stomach, and they gave him the panther juice, and he sipped the Kool-Aid and was back to normal.
Right. And yes, I'm sorry. I said it was in the wrong location of the body. Please, internet people, and don't come after me. I forget minor details sometimes.
I paid attention to this movie. I've seen this movie. I've dissected this movie.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I might know more about this movie than the people who made the movie.
I mean, your name is the Wakandan princess after all, so. Touche. But yeah, like there's a lot that going forward, I think we can kind of do without. I mean, I remember when Civil War was like teased, and they kind of made the joke saying Serpent Society. I still kind of want to see that just because, but given where Infinity War, and since Infinity War has happened, that's kind of like I see it on a cartoon probably.
Overall, watching S.H.I.E.L.D, watching Infinity War, then going back and watching S.H.I.E.L.D after, I saw the beginning of the season into the S.H.I.E.L.D. I was thinking, oh snap, Coulson and the guys are going to be forming the S.H.I.E.L.D space group, and if it then was Infinity War being cosmic and intertwining.
Oh yeah, so
I was disappointed in that part. And now at the end of the season, I'm like, okay, I know that they know, and Thanos is wrong with Earth. Everybody's not disappeared. What's the next move?
And you're right, because I remember at the beginning of the season we kind of thought, are they forming S.W.O.R.D? I mean, isn't S.W.O.R.D like the space version of S.H.I.E.L.D?
Yeah.
Like I thought that's what they were doing, and then they realized we learned that they were in the future post the destruction of Earth.
Yeah.
And we were thinking this is gonna happen after Infinity War, and then like the last 2 or 3 episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. of the season was like it's lining up with Infinity War.
And it took a drastic turn.
It went left. It went left. I mean,
it went left, but then it hit. But it hit the possible direction that can go to left. The sudden destruction of Earth as a whole kind of rewrote back into infinity. Like, if you think about it, if Earth was destroyed, who in the heck would Thanos be fighting?
That is true, because I kind of started to wonder if the Destroyer of Worlds story, like, did that happen after the snap or before? Because maybe the alternative timeline was
this. I'm hoping that this is the alternate timeline at this point, because they know about Thanos, which these two events coincided with each other in the same 24 hours.
That's true.
Because when they were fighting Graviton, everybody was on Wakandan.
That's true. And Graviton, he was saying he was going to go take care of Thanos.
Yeah.
Which that didn't
happen.
Sadly,
he wouldn't have been able to do that. Thanos would have snapped his neck like Loki. He would have went.
It's like, well, nice try, homeboy. I mean, think about it. If he had showed up on the battlefield in the movie out of nowhere, and the show hadn't caught up to him absorbing the gravitonium, it'd been like, wait a minute, why are you there?
The show they would have had to revamp their episodes quick, fast, and in a hurry. The one thing that the MCU and the TV shows don't do. Either it's going to be the day of, the week before, or the week after. Not.
Actually, because if you go with Winter Soldier, you had the episode that was before the movie and the episode that was after.
And when it came to the war, it was the episode after. Because the episode after, S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to be signing the accords, and I think Daisy didn't sign. That's when we start seeing Daisy on the run, which made sense because it went with the happening to you.
True. I mean, early on in S.H.I.E.L.D., like, their tie-ins was like after Thor and Thor: The Dark World, and then they went to the cleanup team.
Yeah, and then they stepped in the cleanup team to having to deal with the same event but at a smaller scale.
Right, it was still dealing with like the Aether event, right?
Yeah, but like my thing was, okay, we veered off on that path, and they gave us Inhumans. We got to see with Ghost Rider, which Ghost Rider has a movie, just not an MCU.
Yeah,
And,
he had 2 movies. Yes.
yeah, but we got to see Ghost Rider as Johnny Blaze and Ghost Rider as Robbie. Guy's last name.
Reyes.
Yeah, but we still had tie-in to movies that way, except for, well, we didn't have any movie, MCU movies when they were trapped in the life model decoy world.
No, I
No.
mean because then you had is it Guardians 2 is that at that point?
Yeah.
But
And
the Guardians 2 is set in 2014, so that wouldn't work.
that's pretty much.
And what about
So,
well, Doctor Strange came out.
Doctor Strange was mentioned on S.H.I.E.L.D. once. So apparently somebody knew of Doctor Strange,
Okay.
but they gave us elements in their stories that I feel like S.H.I.E.L.D. needs to go back to and focus on.
True, because I really was hoping. I mean, I'll go back to one more. Like Ant-Man, like they mentioned the events of Ant-Man. Like Coulson mentioned it, like in passing.
Well,
But
I
they,
think we're kind of going to see that part of Coulson mentioning like Hank Pym and Janet,
Van Dyne,
but
yeah,
we're going to see that, like we saw that flashback in Ant-Man 1, where we see Captain Marvel. I have a feeling because all that took place in the 90s, we're going to see a younger, we're going to see a youngish Ant-Man, a youngish Wasp. Well, she might be in the quantum zone. I don't know. But
yeah.
we're going to see, and I saw, spoiler alert, somebody released, it looks like Peggy Carter will be in Captain Marvel.
She will be.
I saw a picture of an older
Okay.
Agent Carter. I don't know if this is somebody just stuck how she looked in Ant-Man 1 and put it in there, but it did make sense to see Peggy in Captain Marvel because she was still the face of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the 90s.
That's true, because we get a young Nick Fury, a younger Coulson, maybe Maria Hill. I don't know.
We might not see Maria Hill because Maria Hill got the same age as the May, so she's not that much. She's not that old. She might be the same age as Natasha.
Okay, that makes sense. But I know they come.
So we might see a recruit. We might see like she could be redhead Scarlett Johansson like person, young, as a spy for the Russians.
That's true.
Yeah. Coulson's old. Coulson and Nick Fury about the same age.
That's true. But Coulson is just Agent Coulson at this point. Yeah, going by that. I mean,
Yeah, not director Coulson.
no.
Well, actually, he's not even director anymore, according to the final episode. He is just Phil.
Yeah, he's just Phil because he retired.
He retired from the game. Him and May shared a very intimate moment, and they're gonna kick it on the beach of Tahiti.
Yeah, it's a magical place.
Yeah, because he kicked the bucket and got a week.
But here's
so technically, tomorrow's Friday, so Coulson should be dead, according to the show.
And here's the question, like, I guess knowing that they didn't show his death, but we figured, he was gonna die. Do you think because the show comes back for season 6 next summer?
After it comes out, they're saying it comes out exactly 2 weeks after Avengers 4 comes out. So it's based on that if Avengers 4 scheduled to come out May 3rd, by some weird, obscene chance, like they did this year, it could wind up coming out on April 28th.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Yeah, so I have a feeling the studio will pull some kind of stupidity and bring it out 1 month after Captain Marvel, which comes out March 3rd. So
yeah,
I don't see the 2 week, the full 2 months of it being in theaters. I think they're plotting that it's going to be, oh my god, everyone's going to see this and they're going to be ready for Infinity War Part 2, whatever they call it, within 4 weeks. The average fan knows this movie, the connecting movie between the two. So they're going to see the movie within the first 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. And I mean, depending
Marvel
on
has 4 other movies coming out next year alone. Right after Avengers 4, they have S.H.I.E.L.D. Part 2 comes out post Infinity War. Which is going to be interesting enough as it will be.
Because we're already...
Time has stopped, by the way. According to every article that's coming out about Avengers 4 and post-Avengers 4 with Homecoming, Peter is going to be going into his junior year. So right now, Infinity War just happened. Now, Peter is dead. Half his classmates are dead. I don't think the world is continuing on till they find all these missing people.
Right.
So, everybody post-Infinity War will come back. Time will continue as if it's 2018, 2019. Well, look at a year gone by. So 2019. That means the timeline would have officially caught up with itself when Spider-Man returns. Because that will put everybody in their lives at 2019, thanks to Spider-Man Homecoming throwing the shit out the window the first time.
Yeah, saying 8 years later, like, wait a minute.
8 years later would have put it at 2018.
That's right. Although you and I had the discussion some time ago about it being Avengers 1 being 2010.
Yeah.
That was a good discussion.
But Marvel officially said no. It didn't happen like that. So Homecoming took place exactly the same exact same year as Infinity War, which means Infinity War had to have taken place in the spring of 2018. Homecoming took place in the fall.
Okay.
Because we all know the average high school has Homecoming in the fall.
That's true.
So that was a 2017-2018 school year. So Peter missed his whole
school year.
Sophomore year of high school.
So, okay, so you're saying Infinity War took place
current time.
Like this time, like this time of year, the spring.
Yep. They're going on their end of the year field trip.
That's true, because they were on a field trip, and we don't know where they were going, but they were going somewhere.
And half the bus is gone, except for maybe Stanley.
He's a watcher.
So, yeah. Well, Snap took out the universe, so he could have disappeared. But I don't think the Celestials would have disappeared.
You know what I expect to see?
Ego the show that way?
Say it again.
Ego?
Ego, but I was thinking more so Galactus at some point.
Well, sadly, I don't know if you've heard, Comcast, the cable network, has down there did a play for Pop.
Yeah, I heard.
We might not have the X-Men or the first Sam.
No, we may.
Or any of the villains that we would like to see. Trust me, I would love to see T'Challa fight Dr. Doom. Having a comic book.
Yeah, I want to see that too. I would love. I want to see the Illuminati.
See, we got almost all. We got Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and T'Challa. You don't even miss no one.
Well, Black Bolt.
Well, MCU does own him, so I'm missing still one.
Who's missing? Oh, Reed Richards.
We're not well, you have to. So we're missing Professor X. It's 6 of them. They're supposed to represent different parts of the Marvel universe.
That's true.
Charles represents X-Men. Richard Reed supposed to represent. I forgot what technically nerds. Black Panther represents the Black Power. It gives a section of, technology, all that. Black Bolt, and humans, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, Doctor Strange with the magic realm and
yeah pretty much all. It's mostly the detectives of everything. But I would love to see it because it played out in the comic books, seeing humans versus X-Men.
Yes, I would too.
That would have been so much better than the 7 episodes that made me want to poke my eyes out.
I still haven't watched it.
The best character played the villain not only on Inhumans but on Game of Thrones. It's sad because he played the same character.
Yeah, it's like it seems like every version of Inhumans that makes it to TV, whether it's like live action or a cartoon, is always Maximus.
But if you look at in the comics, they really don't have anybody except for X-Men. We understand that villain face type.
Yeah, true. I mean, because if you remember, like the I want to say the early '90s Fantastic Four, like they showed up. It was Crystal and Lockjaw going to hang around Johnny, and Maximus didn't. We try to turn her against Johnny and other stuff, and it's like okay.
So I feel like it would be under development, and this ties back into S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything else. You brought in a cosmic. They did good thing. You brought in a cosmic group of characters that will fit in. But don't give me the original Inhumans where you already gave me the Inhumans created by a mistake on Earth.
Right, and the Terrigen food problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By doing that, you created a problem. And then you should have introduced one onto the other. You could have dropped Inhumans all throughout MCU.
Sure, I mean, if you think about it, like going back to season 1 of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the whole centipede experiments, they did technically have X-Men characters, for example, or some other like people with powers, but they were like the test subjects, and then they died.
Yeah, but then according to the MCU, until they magically stop Wanda and her brother are Inhumans. Because the only two Inhumans
because remember, they called them miracles. Remember that?
Yeah. But we all know what they were.
They want to say mutants, but they can't say mutants.
They can't say mutants, they said, because they were turned, so we have to use the word Inhuman. So those are technically the only two, and one is dead-ish. Maybe not.
He'll be back.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen Aaron pictures recently in the same outfit he's in profile. So, in somewhere, he's still alive.
Yeah.
But he gave us two. And now I have to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And human. Oh, we're going to bring you Marvel and Human September 2017. Okay. What the? And it's like you bring this whole race of people that live on the moon. And it sucks. You couldn't tie it into anything to make it look like you didn't give a fuck. They could have even brought them back in S.H.I.E.L.D. this season.
The royal family?
Yes. But I would think if you're sitting on one side of the moon, you would notice the Earth blows up.
Yeah, but then you could say, oh, that's not our problem.
But at the same time, the Kree was one of their problems.
That is true. So you had the Kree versus the Inhumans, although the Kree were like, we made Inhumans.
Now, you bring it in it's Marvel. So that means in the 90s, we're going to get a glimpse at the Kree-Skrull Wars. But guess what? They can't say somebody's name because they don't own it.
They can't say Skrulls, that's right. Because Fox owns the Skrulls for some strange reason.
Fox owns everything.
Oh, jeez.
Just like, okay, as of right now, we still have two Quicksilvers.
Because it was that gray area.
Yep. So.
And technically, you had two.
Was very good. Well, technically, we still have two Wandas, too, because Wanda is a little girl and X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But if you see Wanda, you should see childlike Wanda in Dark Phoenix.
If we
that takes place in the 90s, so she technically should be all out of preteen at that point, according to this lovely timeline we have now.
Yeah, don't get me started on the Fox timeline. They got convoluted, then they tried to fix it in Days of Future Past.
Well, they did fix it.
Well, they did fix it. Yeah, because if you go back to like First Class, you had Emma Frost as an adult, but in X-Men 3, she's a little girl. They fixed that.
That was Emma 2.0 was on figure.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I think First Class and then Days Future Past wiped out everything that happened. Literally wiped. So there's no Wolverine Origins, there's no X1, 2, well, there's X1, but there's no 2 or 30. There shouldn't be no Days Future Past, according to the movie, but instead of Apocalypse.
Yeah, and they messed up.
And Logan.
They messed up Apocalypse for me.
Yeah. Everything that happened in Days Future Past, in either whatever universe has Logan died. But just imagine that you have to add all of that into MCU whenever they are one. Because then we're going to have to piece together what was going on with the X-Men while Marvel was doing this, and this. That timeline.
That's going to happen when we're like 45.
I honestly think if Comcast buys out Fox, which I find hilarious. Nobody even cares about Comcast like that. Disney's going to come up with the extra money and buy Comcast.
Because if I remember, I think I saw it's like what, like a $6 million difference.
Yeah.
Disney got the money. Shoot. They can afford it.
Like I just said, Disney will just buy Comcast.
Yeah. But then essentially you'll have Disney owning
Everybody.
a cable provider or satellite provider, however people get Comcast.
That's a cable provider.
Yeah. You'll have.
Does it really use that fast? It's still Time Warner, Dish, everybody else. Nobody watches cable. Everybody has Fire Stick anyway. Amazon gonna wind up owning everybody.
Yeah, and for those that do have satellite and cable, yeah, it's coming. But any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
I hope Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be better. I hope that either they go back to doing the cleanup after a major event, like what's about to happen with Infinity, whatever they want to call this next part.
True. Because I think. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we don't have a name. All we know is Avengers 4.
True. I think what would have been more interesting. I like the ending of Shield because like you said, they wrote it as though it could have been a series finale. So if you look at it that way, it's like okay, they wrote it as like let's give it a nice proper ending. But if let's just say the snap had happened at like right at the end of the episode,
Coulson's not dead.
Say it again.
Coulson's not dead.
Or like he's on the beach with May and he fades away.
Which would be horrible for May.
Oh, true. Or
it could be the reverse.
You reverse it and then bring him back body and whole.
Yeah.
You can do it that way, or yeah, you do it. Here's an idea. The first episode of season 6, they're on the beach. That does happen, and then it says some kind of like time jump to Avengers 4. I'm just throwing out random ideas here at this point.
Possibly, but I feel like it would be they show back up at the beach.
True. Because for some weird reason, I expected to see that when the team dropped them off on the beach and then they flew overhead. I somehow expected that like the jet to drop because of the snap.
I'm thinking this is post snap. I really truly do.
That somehow they survived.
Yeah. Or I'm thinking, even though they have the snap, I think this is where it's the reverse everybody else.
Is alive.
Alternate timeline, they survived.
I see what you're saying. Because you remember the little girl or the Oracle character, like before Graviton was sent into space, she says, "I see something different now," or it's playing out different, or something like that.
Remember, everything slowed down when Daisy, injecting herself with the ground instead, and because neither one of them destroyed the Earth.
That's true. So things went different, so they made another timeline.
Yeah. They made the timeline were fixed. There's two fixes, technically.
That's true. You had the one that died, and then you had the one that's floating in space.
So now, the objective is to go to space. So they're going to be in space again next week.
That's true. And go get him, wake him up, but he won't know anything that's happened.
Good.
You said good.
I said good because then that technically rewrites that, theory.
Oh yeah, true. About the other timeline.
Yep.
That's true. But if you remember, he didn't. But before Fitz went into cryostasis, he didn't learn about who Deke was.
Yeah.
So wait, he didn't actually meet Deke, so he wouldn't know.
But this is the thing. The funny thing is that he didn't see. Oh no, Deke said I may or may not be here when it's all said and done. We didn't see him fade away.
This is true.
So
He could.
now we know Calvert's dead unless we see his body floating in Avengers 4.
Yeah, then that would be an interesting turn of events. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you like to see next season? How
I would like for them to, if we're going to go celestial, cosmic, whatever you want to call it, in the MCU, I feel like it's time for the one show that usually connects all the movies and everything together to focus on that aspect of the MCU. Bring the other minor heroes that do look into to the forefront. I love Daisy because I think she may not still be the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Neither would Max, because I think they should pull the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. out of the show and leave him with an MCU. Because if they do what I think they're about to do on it in the movie side, when it's all said and done, Tony's supposed to be the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. So if they're going that route, we get to see the boots on the ground again, doing the other shit.
Because he became director of S.H.I.E.L.D. After Civil War.
Mm-hmm, but that's the plot line it looks like they're going with now.
And then after Secret Invasion, it was Norman Osborn for a brief stint.
Yep. Yep. So we don't want Harry Osborn on anything.
No, we don't need Norman or his son. We don't need one.
Okay.
Although it'll be interesting to see Harry and Spider-Man and whatever they've got. But that's just fan casting later down the line. But I want to thank you for.
But because I follow all things Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Marvel, I know the point that I made that Thunder should be getting dead. Forerunners have said that this possibility is not.
Who?
And I'm not talking about Coulson.
Are we talking about Heimdall?
It's about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
There's only one other person who should be dead that we know. He's dead. And we think he's dead.
Is this a
But
villain?
might not be.
Is this a villain or a hero?
Inside, it's not Coulson, and it's not.
Wait.
Yes, Glenn can possibly come back.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because you just shot him into space doesn't mean he's like dead.
Yeah, this is he could come back, but Coulson. On the other hand,
I mean, they pretty much wrote him out twice. If you think about it, the Ghost Rider, and then the stab from Loki's scepter.
Yeah, and this is that. Well, and will he stay dead? Does he shield?
They brought him back once from the dead.
Yeah.
If he does stay dead, it's like, okay, maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because if you think about how this show has progressed, you've had people come and go on the show, and the roster always changes. Although he was like the main focal point.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, we lost Trip, and Ward was Hydra, and then that.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you got Yo-Yo, although I don't know if she really redeemed herself or not at the end. I don't know.
But the question is, this goes back to the business shield and the Fitz death. All of this takes place on the timeline of the snap. Fitz dies on the day of the snap. Is it possible when the reboot that happens in Avengers Infinity War, would it be that reboot snap or whatever they do fixes the timeline across the board because it was going to fit and Phil?
What about Peggy Carter?
Peggy died pre-snap.
Oh, I know. But
Peggy's the guest for the whole 2 movies.
I know that. I know that. But they're throwing something out there.
Well, remember, we thought they would bring her back to torment
Steve.
Cap.
Yeah.
Because of the reality cell.
True.
Now, it looked like what we would want to have happened didn't happen. Because the torment, the reality cell itself would have been the greatest torment for everybody in Avengers Infinity War Part Dos Uno.
That's true, because those who were left, they got to deal with the aftermath and what.
Yeah. And I think now, all the things that are coming out about Batman, a little bit of spoilers, the past plot, the quantum realm might be, everybody just hang out and chill. Hang out with them on those Doctor Strange. They're go bargain.
That's true, because there's that meme you sent me of them all living inside the Soul Gym, and it's like, hey, we're at the beach.
Hey, I won't be in the Soul Gym with them. We're going to have an awesome time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanos is there too, but
he's farming. He paying them no mind.
You know, she's getting taunted by baby Gamora and that little knife that he gave her.
That too.
They humanize Thanos just enough to make you feel like, oh, he's a nice guy after all.
That means they did some rewriting, because you think about Avengers 1, there's that line of the other saying to court death. I'm like, well, where's Mistress Death? Where is she at?
We still got a whole movie.
Yeah, that's true.
But, you know, the original, he's courting Hela at one point in the comics.
Yeah. Is she really dead? I don't know.
Technically, she played Satan, so she got pulled back to hell.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. You know, all I know is Thor. And Thor needs to straight up go for the head. Go for the head. Go for the head.
Yeah.
He could have chopped his arm off, though.
Yeah. You could have cut his arm off and, like, okay, there's the glove on the ground. Okay. Yeah. Gauntlet.
Yeah, but you know, Thanos got a whole other arm. Because he slapped him back to Asgard.
Yeah, true.
But I think for my next movie, which should be Incredibles 2.
There won't be any snapping in that.
Yeah, the snap was called Jack Jack.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But, you know, the other MCU movie that nobody cares about, but everybody in their 30s.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I was talking about Incredibles.
About what?
Incredibles 2 is on that other Disney timeline for MCU.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's on the same timeline as everything on Netflix. Well, speaking of that, they could have mentioned Thanos on those shows, by the way.
Do they?
It feels like, no, they do not. Blerdlines is only MCU character that technically is around the same neighborhood as the Netflix shows.
I mean, I do know, was it in Spider-Man Homecoming, that restaurant that got blown up, or that deli got blown up, that was seen in the Netflix shows.
Yeah. So, remember, Spider-Man's supposed to keep, he's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's supposed to keep low to the street. So, hey, technically speaking, I should see the aftermath of whatever happened in Infinity War 2, because that's what I'm calling it, with Thursday, should affect the health system.
It better.
And it needs to also go back to bring Cloak and Dagger. I should see an element of what happened post part 1 show up here. I don't know that much about the Runaways, so I'm not sure if it took place in California. You know, it's not going to leave California alone.
Yeah, it could fix the San Andreas fault, for all we know.
Yeah. It could just pop the whole thing off.
Yeah. I mean, I know we gotta watch Runaways. So, yeah.
But. Yes, that's when a whole day of watching that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we would love to see the MCU show up on the television shows a little bit more often. Because there's no connecting any of the shows at this point.
I mean,
anything.
I know S.H.I.E.L.D. I think they said only one episode early on in S.H.I.E.L.D. Like when Netflix stuff started, like there was some like news report or something that happened in Hell's Kitchen, like Punisher did something, and they mentioned it on like the news, so that was like it.
Yeah, they did. I remember seeing that, and then they briefly mentioned like they were aftermath of what happened during Avengers 1. was mentioned. I think either Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, one of them.
Yeah, they mentioned it on like the first episode of Daredevil season 1. They call it like they just said like the event, or they say the Battle of New York, and they mentioned that like they said because of the alien attack, that's what made Hell's Kitchen profitable, and that was about it.
Yeah, because I think that's because they were still showing, and this could tie into Spider-Man, all the technologies that Tools was selling, he was selling to the low-budget villain.
True, and I think they said,
Gambino.
and I think they said, and Luke Cage, they meant like season 1, they mentioned Justin Hammer, like Hammer Technologies or something like that. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they did. So you mentioned these minor things that nobody, like using a character nobody really gives two shits about. Maybe she would die.
Mm-hmm. It's just enough for like that fan. It's like, oh, they mentioned that thing that I saw in that movie. Okay.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, give me the fact that I know Hell's Kitchen technically, if the HCV had all of its characters, you would then have to have Aerosoft Club for X-Men should be in Hell's Kitchen. The fact that
you said the Hellfire Club?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true. They are in Hell's Kitchen. That's right.
Yep. And at one point, Black Panther takes over and leads. I have this comic book of that Hell's Kitchen. So you should have some Wakandan like embassy sitting down there.
This is why they need to hire you.
They hire me.
Yeah, because you will set them straight for what they can do. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what they can do. The only thing is like they could bring over the side. That's a funny issue. Maybe not. They can't cut that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, then yeah, it's gonna be hard because everybody they should have on there. Yeah, Marvel don't own. Sony or Fox owns them.
Mm-hmm.
So, life sucks. What else? But, it was lovely speaking into you as always.
Yes, and thank you again for joining us on the show. And I know we'll do more of these with some other properties. And thanks for doing this 3-part Infinity War.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Infinity War.
Yeah. That catchy when Wonder Woman 2 comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe Aquaman, or unless you want to talk about other stuff.
Oh, of course. You know you're always welcome.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Because you have the invite. You already know that. So.
I can take over.
Perhaps. Anyway, thank you. This was fun.
You're welcome.
That was
Bye, everyone.